Dropping back, it's Dampier. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Rifles it down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Scrambling away. Turning it on. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. A lot of room to the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. They get him down to this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
After the run, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
The corner route is a very difficult route to cover. It's difficult because the receiver pushes up the field, so it looks like a deep route and then breaks really quickly to the sideline.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down.
Get ready.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Wants to throw again. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Gator. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. On the move, it's Bray. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He'll get rid of it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Wilson.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be a quarterback.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it in, more than enough for a 1st down. Grabs a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one. And you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you can throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
From the gun to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Got a little space. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Second down coming up. Gets the back moving. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's flagged away. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys, as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gator. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Ncaa offense will take over 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air on first down. Escapes trouble. Quarterback gets the first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air, it's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, what a move to get open. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
You got to
The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Brady. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Utes will hustle to the line. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Got a man, it's Brady. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Utes are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Ncaa. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go longs. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He caught it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Now on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA in a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. New Mexico State was anything but dominant today, but the Aggies are going to leave Memorial Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Check. Blue 27, patio.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target over the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play. Momentum shift for the defense.
The quick out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
To the air, it's Flagway. Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have in the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a... Back for the ages in store. We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quick strike through the air for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
1st and 10.
will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just
there he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Utes. He got a step and just dusted the field. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
no doubt, offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll start this drive going to the air. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Open spaces. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Utes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw saw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Toss sweep to the right. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He fires one deep over the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. You know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Nowhere close on that one as he got twilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of...
He's got it on the outside. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 10. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Lagway. He's looking deep. Makes the grab deep. Off and running. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And he added the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense got him at the 27. And the Utes in the hurry up.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Utes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Lagway. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Pure domination all game long for this offense, whether they've been running the football, whether they've been